Why are so many people suddenly being diagnosed with fatty liver disease, even those who don't drink alcohol? Could your daily diet be quietly damaging your liver? Many people have heard of fatty liver disease. Some people have been diagnosed with fatty liver disease, but most people really don't know what it is. We'll simply explain it and why you don't want to have it. There are two main types of fatty liver disease. 1. Alcohol-related fatty liver disease, ALD. 2. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. Only 5% of fatty livers are due to alcohol in the United States. What most refer to as fatty liver is more commonly non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is occurring due to a completely different process. In fact, in recent decades in both the Middle East and Western nations, there have been sharp increases in the amount of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. India's rates are rising too. Why is that? It has a lot to do with metabolic function of these nations. If we rewind a little, when we were growing up, it was fairly uncommon to see a thinner adult man with a pendulous belly. Back then, we called it a beer belly, because most often it was due to drinking too much beer or alcohol. We didn't see it as common in the average adult male like we do today. Your liver must process alcohol differently. It also deposits more visceral fat. This is the fat around your vital organs in your abdomen and chest. The buildup of visceral fat gave the big belly, which also often coincides with someone having a fatty liver. Nowadays, having a big belly is common in American culture, even in younger guys. It's often referred to as a dad bod. But these dad bods are not due to alcohol the majority of the time. So what made the massive change in physiques of adult males in recent decades? In short, it is what is now put in food and what we consume. Not only is this causing fatty liver, but it also causes increases in weight, triglycerides, cholesterol, heart disease, type 2, diabetes, and so much more. When I see someone with a dad bod, we don't think, oh, that guy is fat. We instead think, oh, that guy probably has little energy, brain fog, doesn't sleep great, feels sluggish, aches and hurts, libido is decreased, has fatty liver disease, and is going to die early and not see as much of his kids' and grandkids' lives. And 90% of the time we'd be right. Why? Because this type of physique is due to metabolic dysfunction. And we've seen too many patients that tell these exact things when they come in. And their blood work matches what we wrote about earlier. They have more often than not also been told they have fatty liver disease, specifically non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is now being changed and called metabolic dysfunction associated steatotic liver disease, NAFLD. As the name implies, it's metabolic dysfunction that is at the root cause of the problem. This metabolic dysfunction literally leads to excess fat deposits within the liver, hence the name, fatty liver. So how does fatty liver occur? Essentially, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is due to three primary causes: insulin resistance, elevated blood sugars, elevated triglycerides. They are all very closely related. You have to address these in order to reverse the fatty liver. If you don't address these, you will greatly increase your risk of heart disease, type 2, diabetes, strokes, cancer, decreased quality of life, and early death. To be blunt, there is not a single medication or supplement you can take that will simply address the fatty liver. It will take a different set of tools for you to address and reverse it, which can be done. But you will have to make some changes to your habits if you want to reverse it. There's no way around it. It's human physiology. How to improve and reverse fatty liver disease. First, you need to dramatically reduce, if not eliminate for a time period, the 4 ingredients that create the most metabolic dysfunction. 3 of them we've said a lot about. The 4th we'll discuss more today. The 4 are refined sugar, processed grains, seed oils, high fructose, corn syrup, HFCS. Refined sugars and processed grains create sharp spikes in blood sugar. For your body to lower spikes in blood sugar, your body releases higher amounts of insulin. Done every now and then, the body can handle. Done consistently, day after day, or many times a day, month after month, year after year, you will develop insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is at the core of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Seed oils, aka vegetable oils, were not consumed by humans in the concentrated amounts that we consume them today. The average person consumes 5 to 6 TBSP, 75-90 millimole, per day. Prior to the industrialization of seed oils, to get the average amount a person consumes today, you would have to eat 2.5 lbs of sunflower seeds, or 65-75 ears of corn, or 2.5 lbs of soybeans. Obviously, it is safe to assume that practically no human ate these amounts of food on a daily basis. So, they would have never consumed this amount of concentrated seed oils in human history. To give you some more perspective, the average regular-size bag of Lay's potato chips has about 15 to 17 TBSP, 220-250 ml of seed oil. At a cellular level, high levels of seed oils, omega-6s, are not only pro-inflammatory but also decrease normal cellular function, which also leads to more insulin resistance. Again, the root of fatty liver disease. Lastly, let's discuss high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, and its negative effect on fatty liver disease. As the name implies, HFCS is made from corn, most of it from GMO corn. HFCS is created by adding enzymes to corn syrup sugars and making them super sweet. HFCS has no vitamins or minerals, only sugar and calories. It is sweeter than normal table sugar, sucrose, by about 1.5x. It is also cheaper to make. Hence, the food manufacturers started using it a lot more in the 1990s, and even more in the 2000s and today. Cheaper ingredients make better profits, but they don't help your health or liver. You might find this interesting. You will never see HFCS sold by itself in the grocery store. It is only available to food processors. That should certainly make you think, what about fructose in fruit? When most people think of fructose, they think of fruit, which they would be correct. However, fructose from real, whole fruit acts differently in the body compared to HFCS. Fruit has soluble fiber, and soluble fiber significantly decreases the breakdown and uptake of fructose into the bloodstream. However, when HFCS gets consumed, it creates a sharp rise in your blood sugar. And when HFCS enters your bloodstream, there is freed up fructose available, and lots of it. The HFCS fructose can travel directly to your liver to be processed. HFCS fructose is metabolized to fat by your liver far more rapidly than any other sugar. When you add HFCS to liquids where it is often found, it causes an even sharper rises in blood sugar, which means your liver converts it to even more fat. However, large amounts at once overwhelms your liver's processing capacity. Specifically, fructose is known to stimulate fat accumulation in the liver by increasing fat synthesis, lipogenesis, while at the same time blocking fat breakdown. When more than 5 to 10% of your liver becomes fat tissue by weight, you now have fatty liver disease, which again, NAFLD contributes to increased rates of triglycerides, bad cholesterol, blood pressure, prediabetes, type 2, diabetes, heart disease, insulin resistance, and so many more metabolic diseases. And with the addition of more and more HFCS to the American food supply in recent decades, we have seen an increase in rates of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is no surprise. Then, as other nations add more and more cheap HFCS to their food supplies, you see a replication of NAFLD rates increasing in their population too. It's no surprise. It's human physiology. If you want to reverse your fatty liver disease, you must greatly reduce, if not eliminate for a time period, these 4 ingredients that we've discussed above. If you want to supercharge your results, you'd be wise to look at having a time-restricted eating window of 8 hours or less. By not consuming food as often, even healthy foods, you give your liver and body a rest. Instead of putting energy into breaking down and assimilating food, your body can put energy instead towards repairing itself faster, i.e., helping to reverse the fatty liver. As I said at the beginning, if you really want to address this issue, you will not find a solution in a single medication or supplement. You will need to use a different set of tools. These tools are lifestyle changes. Just try them for 6 weeks and you will feel incredibly different. Then continue to new habits because your future health and improved quality of life will be well worth it. Your one actionable takeaway. If you're serious about improving your fatty liver, remove or greatly reduce the 4 above ingredients from your food and fluid consumption. Also, consider a time-restricted eating window to supercharge your efforts.